What's up everyone, B the Installer here, standing in front of the LG Z2 88-inch 8K OLED. Probably the nicest TV in the world. And the reason that I'm standing here in this room instead of my house is because I'm in New York City at the Value Electronics TV Shootout. So you can even hear beautiful New York, all the sirens and everything. It's amazing. We came here a day early to help them set up for the 4K and 8K TV shootouts, and they gave us access to the 8K TVs in order to unbox these and set them up ourselves. So I want to make sure I gave a huge thank you to Value Electronics. And if you have any TV needs, make sure you check them out. The email will be in the description below. So let's get this TV unboxed, up on the stand, and then we're going to get all kinds of different content on it so you can see how good this TV really is. Let's do it. All right. Normally this is Jen's job here because she's so good at unboxing, but yeah, I'm going to take these little snaps off. We're going to try to reuse these. So, no, there we go. Since these TVs are so big, they normally just have the ability to take that box in half like this. I'll have to cut that. Cool. Don't have a knife. We've got a makeshift knife here. Beautiful, beautiful. Then we'll go right down the middle here. Woo. It's very convenient to be able to take these boxes like this instead of trying to lift it over, which we don't have the room above us. So this will be easy. Turn this around. Let's see what we got up here. All right, so we got this care package on top here. Let's see what this is. Very nice. The 8K gets all the premium stuff. Ooh, that is pretty awesome. LG signature. I like it. Let's see what's in here. Nice little welcome packet. Looks like we're missing something there. I don't know if that was the remote or what. We'll find out. So we actually found out that the remote is left at the store. It's probably a good time to tell you that the giant stand that comes with this TV was also left at the store on purpose because we're going to be putting these compared to each other and we have to stand them up at the same height. So to do that, you have to get some universal stands to set them up. So we'll be putting this TV on one of those stands against this wall here, and we have the power supply for it, and we'll show you the remote then, and so we'll get this stuff set up. But basically, you know, you just get some hardware in here to set the TV up properly, little infrared blasters. So cool packaging on all this, definitely worthy of this 8K TV, but we'll have to show you more about it as we set the TV up. Let's get the rest of the styrofoam off so you guys can see this awesome 8K TV. All right, so I want to show you the front of the screen, but we actually have to get it up on to one of those movable stands. So we'll jump behind you, show the HDMI ports, get those brackets on, hang it up, and then see the glory after that. So I was like, you want to help me? Why don't you just, you want to help me take this off? E? Easy E. E the installer. Woo-wee. Wow. That is awesome looking. The plastic is still on. They left the plastic on. Wow. This back looks so cool. Can see myself in it. What's up, everybody? So you got the power supply on this left side here. The back of this looks amazing. It almost looks like the new C2 that has the dark side or Darth Vader look to it in the back. But I mean, it looks so nice. Very beautiful TV. And of course, on this side, you have 4 HDMI ports. They are 8K at 60 or 4K at 120. USBs right there. And then you have some other connectivity down there. This is next gen tuner capable. So it's got the ATSC 3.0 next gen tuner on it. And again, wow, it's just such a clean looking TV. Like, I know a lot of people like the LG G2 because you can mount it on the wall, but if I have my choice, I'm always taking the C series or the Z series as it were because it's just so awesome looking. But we got to connect this thing up. It has a pretty wide pattern here. This actually has your 600 by 400 millimeter VISA pattern that we're going to connect and put this up on one of those stands. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, let's put this back. You want to help me slide this back? So why don't you slide your side back first? There we go. All right, let's put the big box right here. 1, 2, 3. There, now carefully just lay down. You're scaring me now. They're gonna drop it. All right, so let's get this out of here.
Let's do it.
So let's grab these two brackets, sturdy brackets, and put them on the TV, which now I'm so nervous. Such a nice TV. We got the plastic on here. You could peel all this plastic off here. Of course, if you own this TV, you would. But since this is on here and we're gonna be boxing this back up, I'm gonna leave this piece of plastic on and we'll see about taking the rest off. But really, we just have to get these guys lined up to those holes, and it's better than a lot of the other LG TVs because this is a very big and wide pattern, whereas it's very small. It's 400 by 400 or smaller on different OLEDs. So that's great. We're gonna go ahead and put these pieces on, get it all lined up, and then we'll put it up and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so we actually have these M8 bolts, the bigger ones. Normally you use those for like Samsung TVs. Put these on in here, put a spacer on to give it some distance. There you go. Cool, looks great. Fits like a glove. All right, secure, looks good. So now we can put this up on this stand here and give you guys a look at it. So let's get this up. Which side do you want, that side or this side?
I think this side.
Okay. Good. Watch the top, it's a heavy sucker. There we go. This thing is massive. Obviously it's really high. We're gonna adjust the height in a bit, but we actually have to put the power supply for the TV here that comes with the power supply and move it back into position and then get this plastic off. So we'll do that now. This thing is big. This is the power supply for the TV. So, you know, we have this on the stand normally, but this had to come with, even though the stand wasn't coming with us to the Shootout. So this has to go down below and I'll connect it and show you what's up. Set it right there. A little sketch, but you know, for a TV Shootout is what we gotta do. All right, so we got two cables. To be honest, I don't really know what they do, why there's two. Maybe I'll ask the LG reps. They just showed up, so we'll ask them, find out what the significance is for having two of these. Connect black to black, white to white. I'm assuming that's how it goes. There we go. And then we just have to power it up and show you guys this TV. I'm really excited to see this TV. It's gonna be so awesome. Plug it in and light this bad boy up. Almost forgot the most important thing is to get rid of this plastic, so we'll go ahead and peel this off. Ooh. Wow. All right. Cool. So now we're all set, ready to go. Just need to turn this sucker on. I'm excited, let's do it. Okay, and here we have the LG Signature Series remote. Very cool, silver chrome. Definitely looks like a remote you'd get with a really expensive TV. It still has the number buttons up there, which you typically can assign to an app or something. Up, down, left, right, of course, on this nice wheel here. We got the little roller trackball that they're used to having on LG remotes. And at the bottom, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, LG channels, Alexa, and Google Assistant. So it's pretty feature-packed for a really nice remote, for a really nice TV, but we gotta turn it on and see how it is. So let's turn this sucker on. But first, I'd like to thank Established Titles for sponsoring this video. Have you ever been watching your favorite shows or movies with kings and queens and maybe the occasional dragon?
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
Well, what if you could be a lord or a lady yourself? Well, that's where Established Titles comes in. It's a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners were referred to as lairds, or lords or ladies in English. Every novelty title pack purchase gives you ownership of at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and comes with an official certificate with a crest. Each certificate features a unique plot number so you'll always know the exact location of your land, and it helps to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland. And besides having the official Lord or Lady title and local preservation efforts, Established Titles also plants at least 1 tree per order, with global charities 1 tree planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. And this is the ultimate last-minute family gift. I got this for my father, who, like most dads, is pretty tough to shop for. But now Lord Patrick Walsh will no longer have to wait in long lines or be denied free upgrades to first class now that he's a Scottish Lord. It's pretty funny, but also pretty awesome, and I'm sure you have someone in your family that would love to be called Lord or Lady of the Realm. Plus, the first 200 people who purchase a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot, so we can build our own little Be the Installer kingdom. And best of all, Established Titles is currently running a Black Friday sale. And if you use my code INSTALLER, you get an extra 10% off. So head over to establishedtitles.com/installer today to get your gifts now and help support the channel and the planet. Okay, so now we have this on the home screen, and I did want to show you guys the OS and all that. This is the WebOS that's very similar to the 4K models, the G2, the C2, where you have all kinds of apps, you have your home connection, all these things. We do need to set it up to the network so we can display some content, so let me do that real quick. Okay, so we had to set up the internet in this location, and we have the home screen here. I can't mess with a lot of the settings, so unfortunately I could show you them, but I'm not gonna mess with them because this has to be compared against the other 8K TVs, so they're all set perfectly how they want them. But I will show you the OS here. This is the WebOS 6.0. This is the full home screen now. You do not have that pop-up from the bottom like you used to have if you had an LG before, and you have all your apps right here. You know, a lot of the connectivity, you can use the LG ThinkQ connectivity for home automation, and then you have all these different channels that they have, LG channels similar to how Samsung has had theirs for many years, so I like that. Of course, you can get sporting alerts, have different shopping and advertisement things at the bottom, and then it kind of just goes on and recommends different apps that you might have or might want to use. But I want to get into some YouTube TV and display some sports and other things that would be upscale on this fabulous TV before we show you 8K content and HDR content. All right, so instead of going to YouTube TV, to make this a little easier, we just decided to click into the LG channels. It took a minute to dial in, but now it definitely looks really sharp. This is a huge TV, so for it to be able to upscale this content that's probably 720 resolution or worse up to this giant 88-inch 8K TV and look this good is a feat in itself. You know, I could downplay it and say that, oh, it looks great, but I went up to this TV and looked for imperfections in the upscaling and trying to find some pixelization between the different people and the backgrounds and whatnot. And I'm telling you, that is extremely sharp for upscaling this content. With a TV this size to be that sharp for upscaling is absolutely amazing. Not to mention that it has pixel level control and it just looks beautiful, bright, and vibrant. But let's turn on some HDR movies because I want to see better and better content as we go here. Okay, so we're watching Encanto in HDR here because this is a movie that we've used often to both show animated movies, HDR, just how brilliant these kind of TVs can look and compare them, of course, because we're familiar with the scene. But this scene specifically is darker and it's really hard to see the detail in some of this darker hair. But with this OLED here, it being 8K and just OLED with pixel level control, it looks absolutely amazing in person. I hope it looks that way on camera. You can see every piece of hair and you can see all the detail in it being a pretty dark scene, which is a big step up over OLEDs from even a couple of years ago and lower quality OLEDs. This 8K Z2 has amazing processing, amazing detail, and amazing brightness. So I'm really stoked about this. And we just wanted to show you guys some brighter scenes because, to be honest, this thing has just blown everyone away that's walked by this. I mean, it looks absolutely incredible. Robert Zone, the owner of Value Electronics, even thought that this was a super bright 8K Mini-LED. He thought this was the brightest of them all. So who knows, man, this looks amazing. We aren't gonna get an opportunity to go into gaming because I don't have a game console here and we're at this super cool TV Shootout. I would love to show some gaming because LG makes incredible gaming TVs, but we do have to check out the dirty screen effect because no matter how high quality of a TV, we found that sometimes they can have uniformity issues. So let's check that out. I love this dirty screen test that we use from Modern Wise. You watch the hockey player move left or right and it gives you a good idea behind it if there is screen uniformity issues where there's a little bit more or less light coming through and therefore it creates what looks to be dirt on the screen. And I have to say, this TV looks amazing. It's great. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of a line in the middle that's very faint, hardly recognizable. But if you wanted to compare something like this Z2, this really nice 8K OLED versus something like the new QD OLED, OLED panels. I'd have to say that the QD panels are even a little bit better than this when it comes to screen uniformity. But you can only get a QD OLED at 65-inch or 55-inch. You cannot get it at 88-inch. And besides, this is so faint you wouldn't notice it with regular content, and I think it looks amazing overall. But the true test is to actually display 8K footage, which is what we must do now before we wrap this up. Okay, so we're looking at 8K YouTube footage, and it looks remarkable. All these different animals, the hair and the fur just looks so defined. It's rather amazing. And of course, you'd be like, great, there's all kinds of 8K content to watch, right? Well, that's just it. Though 8K TVs are amazing, they can upscale, it's so bright, it's just fantastic to look at, there's just not a lot of 8K footage to get. And in the future, probably the distant future, there'll be some movies that are available to get in 8K, but it took a while to get 4K. 8K may not be a reality for a while, unless you're watching videos like this, but I mean, obviously it looks amazing. So, you know, you have to make that decision whether you just go with the 4K TV in this size and reduce that pixel density. But if you really want the best picture, regardless of the cost, this is the TV. It really is probably the best TV in the world, and I'm very thankful for Valley Electronics, Robert Zone, for letting us check this TV out. Definitely smash the like button on the way out. I really appreciate it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that. And if you want one of these awesome TVs, make sure to hit up Valley Electronics, email them, or check out their website below, and just like that, you could be the installer.